Hi everybody, it's Carly from Let's Bead. Welcome to our Sunday night video. Hope you guys are doing well and had a good weekend. I did. The weather was nice today. Can't complain about that. And I'm going to do some earrings tonight. We have a trunk show going on at the store with some lamp work from Tanessa McLean. And the lamp work is only with us this week. So I wanted to take the opportunity to make some things with a few of her pieces. Also show you some pieces that I picked up. And I just love her work. So we'll go ahead and get started. If you have questions along the way, just drop them in the comments and I'll answer as we go. If you're watching on the replay and you have questions, still put them in the comments and I'll still be able to see them and I can respond as soon as I see the comment. If you're not sure if the video is live or not, you can always tell by the live in the upper left corner. If you don't see that, then you know it's the replay. So let's go ahead and get started. So I have a few things on my mat. I have some Ceylon and it's kind of curled up, and I'm going to show you how I straighten Ceylon to work with it just to make it easier. And then we have these pieces that are by Tanessa, and these are lamp work, so they're glass, and I thought they were so fun. But look at if you can see the detail on them. They kind of look like they were, rolled in breadcrumbs, kind of. They have a different color on the outside, and you can feel the texture. So there's that's a brown pair, and then I had a lighter color, and I'm actually going to make 2 pairs tonight. I thought it would be fun. And then these are navy blue, but we have these in all different colors. And then there's another style that is, if my camera will focus, it's got a little bit of gray and then the brighter blue on the sides. But those are really pretty. I thought that they would go really nice with this seed bead mix. If you wanted to do something to make earrings out of that. So, all right, I'm going to lower my camera to see if it doesn't help with the lighting here a little bit. Sorry about that. Okay. And then there was this pair. I love the shape of these. Hi, Charlene. Yeah, they do. They look pretty together. My camera will focus on the different colors, but this is kind of like a lilac. There's some maroon, just some different colors, and I like the shape of these. So these will make a fun pair of earrings, and they're not super heavy. And what else did I have? And then I have some chain for one of the earrings that we're going to make. And this is, they're like seashells. Now, I know it's not the time of year for summer, but I know some of us don't want summer to leave, so I thought it would be appropriate to be in denial a little bit before it gets colder and do something beachy. So that's what I'm going to do. Plus, I thought it went nice with what I picked up. So, and then I have some seed beads that I might use. I've got some ear wires. These are some of the pieces from the shell chain that fall off when you trim it. And so hang on to those because you can use them in other pieces. Okay, so first pair, I thought, because this tan pair, this reminds me of like sand. So I thought it might be fun to mix that with the shell and just have a simple pair of dangly shell earrings with the ring that looks like sand on it. Doesn't have to be complicated, So I thought I would try that. And I have some jump rings here. I've got some larger ones that are 6mm, and then I have some smaller ones that are 5mm. I probably only need the 5. And then I have some antique brass ear wires. And I think it's my dark sweatshirt that's making the video go bright and dark. Try putting my sleeves up. Okay. So, first I'm going to open up one of the smaller jump rings because I don't think I need a giant one. I'm going to grab 2 of my flat nose pliers. And you can see where the opening is here at 12 o'clock. So I want that in the 12 o'clock position. And then I'm just going to gently twist just to get that much of an opening. And I can go ahead and hook one end before I even put it through the lampwork bead. I do want to separate the shells though, because there's one on each side. Okay. And then I'm just going to run that through. And then I'm going to find the loop on the other side. And you can make it shorter or longer. It's all your preference. And then I'm going to go ahead and close. And you just close the same way you open. And then I just need a plier. I'm just going to open this just a little bit. And then I'm going to find that top ring. And honestly, you don't even need the jump ring because, well, it depends on which direction you want the shells to fall. But if I had a smaller jump ring, I would probably go with that for the top part, just to cover it up. You could also put maybe a couple seed beads on the top to lighten it up here, like these lighter ones that I have. I could slide 1 or 2 of those on. Let's try that, see what that looks like. Has anybody started making things for the holidays? Anybody? It's coming, whether we're ready or not. That jump ring is distorted, so I'm gonna get rid of it. And I'm just gonna dump out just a couple of those seed beads. And if you're new to the videos, sometimes when I do a project, it's not completely planned out, and I do some of the designing during the video, so that's why you'll see some trial and error, or trying different looks to see what looks better. So I think that's part of the process, part of what you guys do at home. And all right, so I'm going to put one of those on, and then I'm going to grab the top link for the shell, and then I'm going to put on another seed bead, and then I'm going to bring the shells around and capture that other link. And then carefully try to close. Hi, Anne Marie. Thanks for joining. Okay. And then we'll just pinch that shut gently. And it's just pinching it until till the ball connects to the wire, so you know it's not going to slide off. So I think those seed beads at the top add a little bit of something. But I just thought this looked like sand and it would go nice with the shells. So that's one thing you could do with these rings. So let's do the other one up quick, because that was super fast, nice and easy. And I'm going to take another jump ring. I'm just finding the opening and getting it at 12 o'clock. And then I'm just going to do a twist motion to open. And I'm going to put on a seed bead. All right. And then I'm going to put on another seed bead. And these are 8-aught seed beads, in case you were wondering what size I was using. And then I'm going to grab the top link on that chain. I'm going to try to push, there we go, push that seed bead down just a little bit so I can have room to close it. And then we're going to open this a little bit. Find the ring I added. And I want to add it in between the two seed beads, so that there's one on each side. Not there we go. I'm just going to go in from the other way. There. Okay, and then I'm just going to close this by pinching this backwards. So now you can see that's closed. So there's another beachy pair of earrings using lamp work from Tanessa McLean. All right. And they didn't take long at all. So, got those. And I just want to see if I can fix my lighting here. Okay. So then the other thing you could do is you could use Ceylon with the lamp work. And so I pre-cut several pieces, and I'm going to show you real quick how I straighten mine, because sometimes it can be a little bit unruly, and it doesn't take long at all. So bear with me a second while I get it set up. Get some of my stuff out of the way. Okay, so I'm just going to line these up. And I cut them a little extra long so that it's easier to work with when you're either trying to tie a knot or making a half hitch, just for the sake of the video. If you're doing it at home, you can use less and fumble as much as you want. But I didn't want to fumble a lot, so I did it extra long. So I'm just lining these up. Okay. And you see how they all want to go in a certain direction. They're kind of wavy. So I'm just going to take my hair straightener and run it through a couple times. And this straightener gets pretty hot, so I have the setting down on low. And then I'm just going to switch and do the other side. You can also use a regular iron. I just used my hair straightener because they heat up really quick. And now you can see how nice and manageable it is. So that's my trick for you tonight on how to straighten seal on. Okay, so we could do this two ways. You could fold this in half. I'm gonna find the middle. And we could do a half hitch, or you could put all the pieces through and tie a knot underneath. I think I want to try a half hitch and see what it looks like. So, for the half hitch, you're just going to put the loop through one way, grab the loop, bring it up and over, and then grab the other pieces and pull them through. And then just gently pull them together to line them up. And then you could put a little bit of glue once you get them all in place the way you want them. You could put a little bit of glue up here underneath to get that to stay. Because there are bumps on the ring itself, so some things do get caught up on that. So you just want to make sure that you've got it nice and secure and that they're laid, you know, neatly. So that's how you could connect them. And obviously you don't need it this long. You can trim afterwards. But then I thought it would be fun to string on some seed beads, you know, like this color would tie in nicely. So we could string on seed beads and put on some knots And we could even add in some spacers if you wanted to. But let's go ahead and try some and see what it looks like. And if you cut your thread at an angle, your cord, it'll help you to string it better. And I'm just going to do random knots wherever. So you can do them in different spots. You can do multiple on a strand, whatever you want to do. I'm also going to show you guys, I bought some of Tanessa McLean's work from the trunk show, and so I pulled that stuff out so I could show you what I got. She's another one of my favorite artists. There's something about the way her lamp work feels. It feels really smooth, and I guess you have to check it out to understand what I'm talking about, but so I have some pieces I want to show you as well when I get done with this earring. Because the trunk show is only with us this week only. It leaves on Saturday, so make sure you stop in by Saturday to check it out. But there's a lot of pretty cool stuff and a nice variety, which you'll see just from the pieces I purchased. Any questions so far on what I'm doing? And then for the top of this, I'm just going to add a jump ring, and then I'll attach the ear wire. Just keep it simple. But there's several colors that they had at the store to choose from. So, and you can mix in multicolored seed beads. You don't have to pick just one color like I did. Add in some spacers, some metal, or some crystals, like some fire polish would be pretty mixed in. Would add some weight and some sparkle. Now ones like this, they take a little bit longer to work up, but if you enjoy making jewelry like I do, it doesn't matter how long it takes, right? Any Bills fans on here? Did anybody watch the game? I did. I was really glad we beat Miami. That kind of gives you an idea of how it might look. This one up here. And another, see how this is loosening up at the top. It's another reason why you want to, glue it once you get it in place, just to keep it secure and tight. So I will fuss with that afterwards to make sure that it stays where I want it to. Let's see if I have any small spacers that might match. I have some gold ones. I like the antique brass ones, so let's try some of those. If I can get the bag open. And if you ever have trouble with like ends, you can always put on some nail polish, clear nail polish, to stiffen, you know, just the end that you're stringing with, and that will help make things easier to, it helps you kind of make a needle out of it. See if that's going to stay. Yeah, I don't think I would want to go much longer than that. And then for the ends, you can either put polish on the ends when you're done so that they don't fray, or you can let them fray if you want that as part of the look. So you get the idea. So you would just keep adding whatever beads you want to go on here. And then we would just take a large jump ring. I'm just looking to see if I have any large that are the antique brass. 6. I'm just going to open this up. Hopefully it fits over the lamp work. And it does. I'm just going to carefully close it. It's a little bit snug. You probably should have a 7mm. The 6 is a little bit too tight. So I'm going to take that off. And I don't think I have anything that's I'm gonna try one of these. Just want to make sure you open it wide enough. Okay. Yeah. So that's going to fit better. So I would have that up at the top. And then I would add a darker ear wire up here. All right. And then I would finish adding the beads to this and then trim off the excess. And you'd have a fun pair of fringy earrings. You could even probably tie in a couple strands of chain to mix in with this if you wanted to do that. You guys know how I like working with chain. So that's an option. If you missed the pair that I did in the beginning, these are the ones that, these reminded me of sand. So I mixed it with some shell chain and added a couple seed beads at the top. And so let me show you, and then also I just want to show you these colors again. Look how nicely they would go together. You could make those into something fun. But let me show you what I picked up, and then you guys can see some more styles of her work. I'm just going to bring it right over here and lay it on top. Okay, so a lot of great pieces for earrings. So these are fun. These are brown, and again, this is all lamp work, but they have that cool shape. So there's those. These I thought were interesting because they're hollow inside, so they're very lightweight, and you can see the texture and stuff she's added to the outside. These are very delicate, but they would be great for earrings. They're lightweight, and you can see here they're hollow. Valerie says it's buffering. Is anybody else having trouble seeing? If you are, let me know. Verbal buffering. Then there, I thought this was pretty. These would make, again, nice earrings, or it could be, just a simple piece on a piece of cord. They're not really heavy. And I just love the colors in that. This one was an interesting shape. It's a square, and love all the colors on this as well. With this, I was thinking about, what's the best way to hang it, on something. If you were to hang it on a necklace, you'd lose some of the, the color and stuff that you see. But if you were to hang it this way somehow, so you could like macrame a veil through it. You could bring some leather up through it and do a half hitch. But with this style, there's a lot of options for that. I thought this was a cool pendant that I think I'm going to use with a crocheted piece that I'll make. And it's, it's not super thick, not super heavy, but I love all the designs on it. So there's some like that. There are some like these. This is fun. And I like how it had the purple and the gray. This would be great for like the top of a tassel. You could put it sideways on a necklace, strung on some leather or some cord. So that's an option. This one, I haven't seen these before. So I don't know if this is a new design for her, but these are grapes. You see the grapes on it. So I love the texture. So there's a few options like that. What else do we have? We have these. These are fun. So these are great for earrings, and they come in pairs, and they're lightweight. Some are more matte than shiny. This pair is shiny. And then, like, this pair is more matte. But I got this pair because I have some amber, and I was wondering how they would go with the amber. I thought it might look nice. And then, of course, had to get some teal, because you guys know it's my favorite color. So lots of options. Here's another one. These little, they look like little pillows. But the little squares that would make great earrings or would make a great focal on a bracelet. But I thought they were fun. So those are just some ideas of things that I picked up. If you haven't stopped in to see the trunk show, please stop in. It'll be there through Saturday, and then it'll be gone. So make sure you check it out while it's here. It's a nice opportunity for us to have her work with us. It's Tanessa McLean. So thanks again for joining me tonight. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments, and I will get to them as soon as I can. Thanks for joining, everybody, and have a great week. Bye-bye.